Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So I know that in the last day or so, I've been coming on with more videos than usual. And this is because there have been a lot of shifts taking place collectively, and I'm sure that you've been feeling them as well. And it seems like whenever I feel the collective energy kind of starting to ramp up, especially within our collective, I start feeling guided to come on with more YouTube readings. I think it's probably just my intuition subconsciously urging me to come on here to support all of us in the way that I can through these shifts and transformations taking place. I keep getting the word empowering. So I feel that within our collective, there are so many people empowering themselves right now on an individual level I'm hearing pushing themselves to take some kind of massive positive step for themselves, for their dreams, for their life. So if that is you, by the way, and you've been feeling recently this sudden urge to change your life in a positive way or to take some major step towards something, or even a step that feels small, because even a step that feels small on the surface is huge energetically, because it builds a massive amount of momentum over time when you're consistent with it. So, by the way, since we are saying that as well, it feels worth mentioning that since mid-July, I've been feeling guided to come on with daily videos, which I haven't done consistently in a while, speaking of consistency. And I know many of you have been joining me with your own 30-day challenge. And yes, technically this challenge was from about July 15th until this upcoming August 15th, but you can start anytime. So if you are new here or you haven't started this challenge yet and you want to take 30 days where you are taking one action step every day towards some kind of goal or dream or something you've been desiring to change or create in your life, I am so on board for you. I am so supportive of this. I would love to hear from you in the comments. I will do my best to respond to as many comments as I can to show my support. And of course, if you feel guided to participate in this community, and if you find yourself reading through how other people are positively changing their lives in the comments and you want to join in and leave a comment yourself or comment on someone else to give them some kind of support or encouragement, that would be so beautiful as well. Again, only if you're feeling guided to it. I always say, listen to your intuition. And I would say that's the number one thing that I tend to reiterate through this channel, because from day one, it's always been my goal, my first goal, to reconnect you with the inner knowing that you have within yourself, because I feel that so many of us get programmed away from what our soul already knows, what our heart already knows. And I think it's so interesting how so many of us can look back and see the wisdom in who we were and what we dreamt as children. And maybe that's some kind of journaling exercise for someone here. Like, what wisdom did your inner child have that you find yourself now returning to or rediscovering, that the world may have tried to program out of you, but clearly it didn't work, because here you are still dreaming, still believing, and returning back to that voice that was always there within you, even when you were a child. I know that many of you lately have actually been returning back to your inner child's dreams, things that you may have desired to do or to create as a child. And I'm hearing the words, it's never too late, because one of the major fallacies that we come up against as we are on this path of awakening is the idea that somehow we are behind the curve in terms of timing, that somehow we are too late for our goals or our dreams. And I'm here to tell you that no matter who you are, no matter what your earth age is, no matter how much so-called time has passed, you are never too late for your vision. If you still hold that vision, it was put in your heart and soul for a reason. It's been there for a reason. And no one else around you may understand it, but that's okay because you understand it. You know on the deepest, most innermost level what you're doing here as a soul on earth. And I encourage you to throw yourself into that and to believe in yourself. And I believe in you. Again, I know that this platform is virtual, but the connection here does feel so real to me. And I'm so grateful that all of you are here every day. I am grateful for your comments, your love, your support, and I hope to support you in the same way in your dreams, goals, and endeavors as well, because I feel that mutual support is so powerful. Okay, so with all of that being said, although I feel there were many messages already in that introductory kind of commentary, I am going to go ahead and shuffle the actual cards to see what wants to come through the energy. If you do want to contribute your energy in a stronger way, I recommend subscribing to the channel if you haven't already and liking the video, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to help me pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, here we have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. I'm hearing if something feels delayed or like it's not happening, it's because a truth is still in the process of being revealed. You aren't stuck, you are awaiting revelation. You are awaiting having some kind of truth revealed to you. Maybe that relates directly to a specific person. I'm seeing a lighthouse, and within that imagery, I see you being like that lighthouse, you being that beacon of light that is, I'm hearing, guiding other ships by staying where you are and shining your light. And what this tells me is just like a lighthouse doesn't go out looking for ships, it simply stays grounded where it is and it shines its light. And I'm hearing rhythmically, maybe there's like a rhythm or a routine that you have that allows you to radiate that light that guides others. I'm hearing your purpose and your effect, your impact is powerful, but you aren't meant to be running out into the ocean and saving people, so to speak. You're meant to be guiding them by radiating who you are and letting them guide themselves through the light that you are shining, that you can only shine this effectively because you are anchored and because you have some kind of internally established rhythm that isn't dictated by the people or things or circumstances around you, but is dictated from within. It's established within you. And yes, it has a huge impact, but there also may be people who misunderstand the way that you operate because they would prefer you to be running out to them individually and like helping them on this super individualized in the moment level, whereas you may be feeling guided to do your part in staying anchored and shining that light in your own way via your own internally established rhythm. And that's what I'm picking up on here. Now, I have to say, I'm getting a message as well. I feel this reading may connect with a group of divine feminines because I'm getting a divine feminine. This is very specific, by the way, so only take this if it does resonate. But I feel there is a divine feminine who has been waiting on a masculine energy to take action. And when I say waiting, I don't mean that you've been inactive. I feel that you've actually been very active in your own life, your work, creating for yourself. And what I'm picking up on here when I say that you've been waiting is you've been kind of holding a space for this person emotionally or energetically. And I'm hearing that you've had this inkling that they've been thinking of you or that they've been thinking of coming forward. And so you've been kind of making the space for them or holding the space for them. And yet there's been either very, very slow, hesitant, gradual movement or no movement at all. For some of you, this has felt really stagnant. And I'm hearing that at times this may even kind of feel like somewhat of a perceived rejection of sorts. And it may be something that you find yourself fixating or focusing upon, kind of wondering like, why is nothing happening here? And yet I'm feeling it so strongly. The color purple may be resonant for someone here. I'm also seeing some kind of a river or a body of water of sorts. So that could relate to you in some kind of way. Yeah, I feel that a masculine connected to you is being hesitant. Palm trees could hold significance. And I feel like when you fixate on this person's hesitation, it surfaces natural feelings of insecurity within you. A feeling of like, yeah, why is this happening? With the Nine of Swords and the Hermit reversed, I also feel with the Hermit reversed that you may have put yourself out there for this person in some kind of unusual way for you, unusual for you. So maybe you put yourself out there socially or emotionally, or made yourself available in the 3D, I'm hearing, in a way that you don't typically make yourself available to a person. And I do feel that it's easy to feel a lot of heaviness around this with the Nine of Swords, almost like a sort of cloud of either insecurity or anxiety, or feeling like maybe this person, opportunity, or situation rejected you. Because again, it doesn't have to be a literal person. I am getting it would be a person for a lot of you listening, but that doesn't have to be the case. Yeah, with the Chariot reversed, I feel as though you know on some level that this is out of your hands, that you've done what you can do here. I'm hearing you've put yourself in the position to receive it. So I feel that you are in some way, in your own way, leaving yourself open to receiving movement forward from this person or from this situation. But the sense that I get is like, for some reason, I'm seeing this game board of some kind. And I see like you've made your move on the game board and your piece is exactly where it needs to be. Like you are in the most optimal place to receive something positive from this person or situation. But if you were to try to go further, it would throw you out of alignment. And if you were to retreat back, it would have the same effect. So know that you are in the perfect optimal place to receive. I'm hearing some kind of positive news or movement forward here. But it's important to relax into wherever you are, because this is the optimal place. Yeah, I just feel like there's been a lot of uncertainty within you about this situation. Like you've been waiting. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands reversed, or maybe even afraid that whatever you did, whatever move you made, had a kind of momentum that's being lost, which of course isn't the case. But I'm speaking inside what I feel to be the mind and emotions of the specific divine feminine that I'm tuning into here, which again will not be for everyone. I feel this is going to be for a very specific group. I just keep picking up that like you're waiting at this exact optimal place to move forward with this person, but you're almost worried that they're not going to do their part, that they're not going to meet you wherever you are. Or I'm hearing, what if they forgot about me? Or what if this connection or this thing that we had already lost its momentum? What if too much time has passed? And one message that I'm getting on that is to trust the timelessness of this bond, because I feel that something going on here, it does seem to have very much a slow burn energy. It seems to truly transcend time itself. It doesn't really seem time bound. And the way that you'll know that is for you is with this person, you will find that days, weeks, even months could pass and maybe you don't communicate or see each other. But when you do reconnect, it's almost this instantaneous spark all over again in whatever way that looks like for you, like no time has passed. And even within this, when you go those periods of time without seeing them and you're focusing on yourself, and then somehow beneath the surface, beneath everything happening in your life during those periods of disconnect with them, you somehow kind of like feel their energy, almost like a heartbeat. It's something that's always kind of there, not necessarily intrusive, but just there, like present, steadily there. That is a sign that you do have a slow burn kind of soul connection with this person. It's interesting, the word soul connection just slipped through. So I guess there is some kind of soulmate or twin flame connection here, depending on your situation. I'm definitely sensing some kind of soul bond, and that's why this is so timeless. Okay, so we have the cards. The way I have treated you was wrong. You've triggered me. Let's see if I can get more messages here. I don't know where to start. So if you have a past with this person, we also have, why can't I move on from you? If you have a past with this person, I feel they are very much in regret over certain things that they did or said towards you in the past. This is someone who's feeling deeply affected by you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. With the "you've triggered me" card, I don't even necessarily see that triggering being in a negative sense, but more so that you've deeply impacted them, that you've left a mark on them that they can't seem to shake, because we have the card, why can't I move on from you? But with I don't know where to start, I feel like that's where that Two of Swords reversed energy is coming in, where this person is hesitating because they are, I'm hearing, struggling to find a starting place. Now, for some of you, of course, if this is a person from your past, this could be a restarting place. For many of you, this may be a new person, and this is literally them struggling to find a place to start or initiate movement with you or a conversation with you. I do feel that I'm hearing the word complications. So this may be someone who feels as though there are complications between the two of you. I'm seeing a piano for someone. However, I feel that as much as they may have tried to shake off your energy, they haven't been able to. We did get the yin yang card, and wow, this is my number one twin flame card in the deck. So this person could be a twin flame, a divine counterpart, or a very high level soulmate. But the fact that this is upright as well tells me that this connection has a very strong magnetic kind of push-pull dynamic, but it's actually very harmonious and balanced. I'm hearing stagnancy doesn't mean unbalanced in this situation. So things may appear to be stagnant. Sorry, I'm getting out one of my other card decks here, if you can see me or hear me rummaging around. But I know we've talked about this person moving very gradually, being very hesitant, maybe looking stagnant. But what's being emphasized to me is that this stagnancy doesn't indicate disharmony. In fact, there actually seems to be this really harmonious, balanced kind of energetic connection here. And that actually seems to be why the two of you are so drawn to each other. I'm hearing inevitably drawn to each other to begin with. I got the Page of Swords. Yeah, so this is someone who is trying to start or restart some kind of conversation with you. And I am getting as well, there's a very strong verbal and intellectual kind of connection between you and this person. So this would be someone that you could talk with for hours, that I'm hearing could talk with about anything, and that you also seem to find really funny, really witty, and they feel the same way about you as well. With the Four of Cups in the reverse position, I do feel as though there is going to be some kind of action or movement forward here, but I'm hearing it's going to come through surrender, through you relaxing, surrendering, and aligning yourself where you are. I'm hearing don't take any sudden action or movement that makes you feel like a little restless or out of alignment, because again, remember, you are in that perfect, optimal position to receive contact or receive movement forward from this person. I'm hearing you are perfectly where you are meant to be, where you need to be. And you could even write that in the comment section if you really want to lock in that affirmation, right? I am right where I am meant to be. because that can really lock in that feeling of relaxation and surrender here that seems so key to magnetizing in more movement forward from this person. So I am going to be channeling more messages from them, but I also want to share with you my break no contact subliminal to help you manifest movement forward and contact, communication, interaction with the person that you desire to hear from in the physical. This subliminal has worked so powerfully for so many people. I get new comment testimonials about this subliminal specifically every single day here on the channel. People have been letting me know that they've listened to this and the person they've desired to hear from has contacted them in some cases the same day, in some cases within a few days or a few weeks. But I've never received so many success stories from a subliminal as I have from this one. So I know it's been very effective at shaking up the quantum field, in a sense, magnetizing your energy for desired contact from who you want to hear from. And if you want to try it free for yourself, you can try it for 7 days when you create a free trial account in my Subliminals app. The name of the app is Sound and Soulful, so you can find it by searching in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You can also download it directly by clicking the link that I'll leave in the pinned comment and also in the description box underneath this video. So yeah, I actually feel movement forward coming from this person. I just keep hearing the words surrender and relax coming through so strongly. That seems to be the advice here. So I want to know, what does this person think or feel about you? I just heard the word love or lovers. They see you as this ideal lover. With the 6 of Cups, you feel deeply familiar to them. I'm hearing, where have I seen him or her before? Or where do I know them from? I feel that you seem to them like someone they would have known in childhood, like a childhood best friend or someone they've known all their life. But this is actually their soul unconsciously remembering past lives with you, because I do feel that since you do seem to have a soulmate or twin flame connection, you've shared many past lives together. And I also feel with the 5 of Swords in the reverse position that in the past, in past lives, the two of you seem to, in certain lives, never be able to fully come together, or may have ended on bad terms in some sense. And so part of why you're feeling so drawn together is for some sort of reconciliation in this life. And I'm hearing what you do beyond that is up to you, because of course you may choose to quote unquote reconcile spiritually and energetically and then form some kind of long-term physical relationship here in this lifetime, or you may choose to go your separate ways or to have some other kind of relationship. I feel like that's going to be up to you, but at the least there seems to be some call for a reconciliation between your souls energetically and spiritually because of what has happened in a past life. Yeah, I definitely feel you were married in this past life we're referring to with the Hierophant here. Someone may have Taurus energy in their birth chart as well. With the Sun card, I feel as though this represents that this person, first of all, they see you as having a light about you, this glow about you that I'm hearing can't stop looking at, that they don't fully understand, but they can't seem to look away from. I'm also getting that the Sun talks about awakening masculine energy. So if this person is a masculine, especially in that case, they feel as though you are activating something within them. I'm hearing you're lighting some kind of fire within them, almost like being around you motivates or energizes them in some kind of way, but also seems to relax them or make them feel at home at the same time with the 4 of Swords. Yeah, and that balance, that way in which you seem to be both like this deeply familiar presence that they feel safe around, but also someone who lights a fire within them. The balance of those two elements is what is so alluring to them with the Two of Pentacles here. So I am going to go ahead and close the reading here. I really hope that this was helpful for you in some way. If something resonated, I would love to hear from you in the comments. I've also been posting a lot on Instagram lately, so if you like more real-time downloads and information, I would love for you to follow me on my Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Otherwise, I'm going to close things out here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.